powered by the Montana Television Network. This is Montana This Morning from Montana's news leader.
Well, good morning. Thanks for waking up with us here today. I'm Justine Stewart.
And I am Russ Thomas. Good to have you here on this Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
It is kind of that period between, you got Christmas and New Year's coming up, and a lot of people, well, obviously school students are off.
Yeah.
A lot of people just kind of taking work off this week as well.
Yeah, I noticed it's quieter around town.
It is quieter around town. For those who are out, though, and especially working today, more so tomorrow and especially Friday, though, roads are going to become increasingly bad out there, not just the mountains, but the valleys. And again, really focusing mostly Thursday night and Friday for that. So something to watch out for, and we'll have more detail on it coming up in just a few minutes. Doing a show our radar right now, we are waking up to some light snow across most of western Montana, and the Missoula Valley getting hit with generally light precipitation at this time. And this will be persistent, the snow will, but will also be persistently light. So we're not expecting any big measurable snow by any means today in the valleys. Maybe an inch, maybe a little bit more. I also believe tonight it will pick up a little bit in intensity. Do want to just give you an idea here, and we'll get into more detail in just a minute on this, but there is a winter storm watch for all of western Montana. It starts tomorrow. It goes through Saturday, and again, the main focus we're looking at here for the mountains, but especially the valleys, is going to be from Friday afternoon through Saturday morning. We'll have more on that coming up in just a few minutes.
A Polson woman is dead, 2 others injured after a crash on Highway 93 near the town of Ravalli. Montana Highway Patrol responded to the 2-vehicle crash just before 3 p.m. Tuesday. According to MHP, the 65-year-old Polson woman driving a Subaru Legacy was northbound when she crossed the center line for unknown reasons and collided with a Toyota FJ Cruiser, which was carrying 2 occupants. MHP reported the crash was at the intersection of US 93 and North Valley Road, which is at the south end of the S-curves coming into Ravalli. The woman, whose name has not yet been released, was pronounced dead at the scene. The 2 occupants of the Toyota were taken to St. Patrick's Hospital. Their conditions unknown. MHP says everyone involved in that crash was wearing seat belts, and alcohol and drugs not suspected. While crews investigated the crash, both lanes on Highway 93 were slowed for nearly 4 hours. Frenchtown High School and Superintendent Randy Klein face a new complaint over the alleged inappropriate sexual behavior of Frenchtown music teacher Troy Basher. Documents filed in federal court claim that since 2014, multiple female students have reported uncomfortable and harassing behaviors by Basher, and that the school and Klein failed to take action of these accusations. The student is also asking for a jury trial now. Court documents filed by the student and her parents state that the school district and Klein, quote, chose to ignore the reports of Mr. Basher's predatory behavior and failed to take any measures to protect female students at Frenchtown High School from harm. The complaint further states that, quote, as a direct result of these failures, Basher sexually harassed and assaulted the student. The student says she faced harassment, bullying, and threats by other Frenchtown students and staff loyal to Mr. Basher, and that months of bullying and retaliation forced that student to leave Frenchtown School District and has resulted in ongoing mental and emotional distress. Klein said in March he is satisfied with the internal investigation the school conducted regarding both cases, but Missoula County's investigation found enough information to charge Basher in Missoula County Justice Court. MTN News did reach out to the school's attorney. That attorney has not had a chance to review the case. Frenchtown High School and Randy Klein have 21 days to respond to the court summons, and if found guilty in the criminal case, Basher faces 6 months in jail and or a $500 fine. His next court appearance is slated for January. The sentencing of a former Florence doctor convicted on more than 20 counts, including negligent homicide, is being postponed for several weeks. A Ravalli County District Court jury convicted Dr. Chris Christensen after a trial that lasted for a month in Hamilton in a courtroom. Christensen was found guilty of nearly all charges, including overprescribing and misprescribing prescription drugs and the death of 2 student patients. The charges stem from a raid on Christensen's clinic in Florence nearly 4 years ago. Christensen's facing penalties that total more than 400 years in jail, as well as fines that could go as high as $50,000. Christensen had originally been scheduled for sentencing today. Now, the Ravalli County Attorney's Office says sentencing might not happen until February, with a new date still to be scheduled. The man accused of operating a prostitution ring in Missoula and Billings involving teens is being arraigned on new charges. 35-year-old Terrence Edwards pleaded not guilty in U.S. District Court in Billings to a new 11-count indictment accusing him of promoting prostitution. Prosecutors say Edwards trafficked at least 6 victims, including 3 minors. The victims told investigators Edwards would abuse them if they didn't go along with his scheme. One woman said Edwards forced her to walk the streets of Salt Lake City until she had sex with at least 20 customers in one night. Prosecutors say other crimes took place in Utah and Washington over a 1-year period. Edwards is being held at the Yellowstone County Jail. Spokane police arrested a woman in connection to last week's fatal shooting at an apartment complex on the lower South Hills that killed a Butte woman. 23-year-old Annie M. Carpenter is facing charges in connection to the shooting. 59-year-old Danette Kane was killed and another person critically injured in the shooting on West 10th Avenue. The suspect ran away from the scene. Carpenter was arrested near Northtown Friday night. Kane was the owner of the apartment complex where the incident happened. Carpenter is being held at the Spokane County Jail on 1 count of first-degree murder and 1 count of first-degree assault. Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks hosting public comment periods to gather input from hunters on season dates and rules for the next 2 years. There will be meetings held across the entire state and 4 public meetings in January, specifically for Region 1. One of the many proposals in Region 1 in northwest Montana is a citizen initiative seeking a new limited draw for mule deer bucks in a section of the Fisher River in Hunting District 103 near Libby. If approved, the draw permits would be limited to approximately 5 to 15 per year. State biologists say the proposal would reduce opportunity for hunters and most likely not grow the mule deer population, but the citizen proposal is aiming to increase the age and size of the bucks before they are hunted. Montana FWP Region 1 Wildlife Manager Neil Anderson says the department doesn't set the regulations, a commission does, and public comment periods like this are important for those wanting to voice their opinions.
The commission is a citizens body that's appointed by the governor and approved by the legislature. And so those are the folks, those are the decision makers. So this is the public's opportunity to get their voices heard and let the commission hear what they'd like to see and how they'd like their resources managed.
The public meetings for Region 1 will take place in Kalispell, Trout Creek, Libby, and Eureka next month. You can see the dates and locations on your screen there. That information will be also available on our website. The deadline to submit comments is 5 p.m. January 24th, 2018. The Fish and Wildlife Commission will review comments and recommendations and adopt final regulations at its February 15th meeting in Helena. The Montana Lottery will be awarding an additional $38,000 in prizes during this Friday's Montana Millionaire Drawing. The additional drawings are due to an operator error in defining the number of instant winners when the game sold out December 15th. 77 additional winning numbers will be drawn, with each one worth $500. Only tickets that were not already instant winners will qualify for the special drawing, and the winners will still be eligible for the $1 million grand prize. People are encouraged to reach out to the lottery if they have any questions or think they've won this week.
Be sure to call us or to reach out. You can stop by if you're in Helena. Reach out to our website. We are happy to help and really excited for our winners this year.
The Montana Lottery wants to be as transparent as possible for these additional drawings and ensure all prize money gets distributed. The 2017 Montana Millionaire Drawing will be held at 10 a.m. on Friday. All right, we're going to send on over to Russ now. He's got your forecast this morning.
Thank you. I want to start off with what I think is a very nice photo from Barb Cunningham. This was sent in yesterday evening. Snowfall on the ground. You can see those crystals. A very light, fluffy snow we saw on Christmas Day, and really made for a pretty afternoon, morning across western Montana, and again the result as well. Some of these great snowflakes. Temperatures right now 11 for Kalispell, 11 as well in Sealy, 10 Hamilton, 14 for Troy, also 14 in Sula, 0 right now in Helena. Let's take a look at our wind chills. Not really a factor at all in western Montana, but you start heading east, especially farther east. You're seeing it feels like 37 below in Glasgow, 21 below Miles City, 31 below in Glendive, and 20 below in Cut Bank. Satellite and radar, we're seeing light snow falling across much of western Montana right now, and that will generally speaking continue throughout the day. Most of it is going to be very light. So as we look at what's going to happen over the next several days and we talk about snow, today not really the issue. In fact, we have a winter storm watch the National Weather Service issued earlier this morning. Doesn't include today. It includes Thursday right through Saturday. I think a bigger period of snow Tomorrow for western Montana, a little more intense. And then on Friday, especially early Friday through early Saturday, a lot of snow expected to come down. A lot in the mountains, several feet in some spots, and even in the valley, several inches to a foot, or maybe even a little bit more in a few spots. And again, that just includes your Friday morning through Saturday morning. There is that earlier stuff for the mountains. So for those skiers out there, especially looking toward next weekend, throughout the weekend next weekend, you're going to love what you see on the mountaintops over there. 22 in Missoula right now, 18 in Kalispell. I shouldn't say right now. Those are forecast highs for the day, and again, that will come with some of that light snow. Moving into ahead to your Thursday, notice the coverage and intensity of the snow does pick up, and you see this little gap in the Missoula Bitterroot Valley. Don't worry, that's particular models picking up on kind of a shadowing event. That's not going to happen. We are going to get that snow, and then Friday again, the intensity does pick up. In Hamilton, we've got snow today, generally light. Snow on Thursday, a rain snow mix on Friday. This could complicate things a little bit, specifically in the Bitterroot Valley, because that rain snow mix falling on top of several inches of snowfall creates very slick travel conditions. So again, we'll keep an eye on that, but just be aware if you're traveling, especially if you're heading out of town or back in town for the weekend. Missoula, snow as well today, tomorrow, Friday. Again, the most intense snow is going to come from, I think, Friday mid-morning through about Saturday early in the morning hours, several inches, maybe even more.
Wow, pretty active looking week ahead.
Without a doubt.
All right, well, thanks, Russ, and do stick around. We're right back after this, but first, here's some birthdays this morning.